get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now, 950, 180. 180, we're good, we're good. 180.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Coming to you, coming to you. Pick the edge. Go, Chief.
Carr going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brings up third down.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. Finding room at the 30. Got his man. It's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Hyde. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Well, that's a guy, Carlos Hyde, who split time last year in Cleveland and Jacksonville after 4 seasons in San Fran. He was just under 1,000 yards his last 2 seasons with the Niners, but never really got into a groove last season. And then the Chiefs signed him to a 1-year deal back on March 9th. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes, flush to his right. Now he'll let it go. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That good for 22 and a first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. There he goes left side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
29. White Monday.
Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Ready? 6-18. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr gives to Rashard. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Bashad Breeland, the one that got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
27. Raiders nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Strip that ball. 51's the mic, boy. 51. Come on. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd down, Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We've caught a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Mike 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight
dog.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Yellow. Marco Blue ladies.
Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mine's 54.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
54, right there.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete here. It's Hyde. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hatch it. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Mahomes now on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Let's go. Color.
Yellow.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, watch it.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And some room to maneuver.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Slam, slam, slam. Check, check, lucky.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Mahomes going to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The Raiders take over
Go,
first
boys,
and
let's
10
go.
at
Let's
their
go.
own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second and 12, Carr looking middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me trying to get...
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Chiefs 58, Raiders nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
29.
To throw, it's Carr. He completes it to Nelson. There he goes, right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Yellow, I'm going.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now here's Mahomes being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, and he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Nick Perry able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Carr. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 29.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Back.
57.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Oh, and it's off the mark. Harrison Butker pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nick Perry getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Carr going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Slam.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
6 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
On second and a couple. Mahomes, he'll let this go for the... This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
The score, Chiefs 65, Raiders 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D.
Snap coming in 1, and it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Raiders 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up."
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
Yellow.
Check it out, read. Jam.
Here we go. My time.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Watch 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back with our
43. 52.
Check 50. Check 50.
check 31.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Mahomes. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34.
Double.
15.
He's coming, double up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nick Perry Perry, able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Easy. Kill.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
You're mine.
Watch the curl. Check.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 67 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chiefs 86, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr, and finding the tight end Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Carr now on 1st down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of the ball.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with it. And now here is another interception. Picked picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Flush to his right. And going deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something at the end just to take into next week? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Watch the safety creep.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Carr to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.